I'm Jesse, and in my portion of the podcast, I'll be covering overcoming the challenges and pitfalls in the music industry while using technology. I wanted to focus my podcast on getting your music heard and using SoundCloud. SoundCloud is a cloud based site that hosts music and I quote, lets people easily share them privately with their friends or publicly to blogs, sites, and social networks. End quote. SoundCloud is a great place to host your original work and share work ideas with other artists. Also, SoundCloud has a Dropbox, so sending demo tapes or CDs through the mail is now a thing of the past. Uploading or recording work is just a click away. And once your work is uploaded to SoundCloud, it creates a waveform of the audio. Now, Time Comments lets your audience or fellow artists leave feedback on your work. Now, using SoundCloud to its full potential. I personally think this is where a lot of SoundCloud users skip or don't even bother sharing their music to groups that share the same interest. I'm sure all of us can agree that sharing a house track to a drum and bass group is going to get very few hits on a track, and by simply leaving the genre or tags blank will render zero returns. In closing, it's good to share your music that you create so others can hear your work. And this also creates a timeline of how your style or production skills have progressed over time.
Hey guys, it's Alex, and welcome to my Milestone 2 podcast. I'm choosing corporate versus indie games for my topic for overcoming challenges subject. Some of you might be asking yourself, well, what's an indie game anyways? And I'm here to cover that and some other interesting facts with you. An indie game stands for individual game, which simply means a standalone game or a game that was made by one person or a small group of people rather than a big name company like Nintendo or Microsoft or Bungie or whatever. These games can be found in all types of art styles and control schemes to cover a wide variety of audiences. People choose to make indie games for multiple reasons. For starters, if you haven't already guessed, bringing an idea to a company to have it produced is rare. Although there's a large demand for new ideas in all forms of art, many ideas are pushed aside by companies for possible flaws in the plot, art, or simply because they don't like the idea. However, if an individual designs their own game, they can pocket their own money, and they don't need to worry about being turned away with their ideas. In closing, I think indie games are an interesting genre of games that are starting to thrive. These games are incredibly fun and allow the artists to bring their ideas to life. The only downside to choosing indie games rather than going to a big corporate name is that you don't have advertisements or endorsements to help keep your game, well known or get the name out there to help your profits at all. So, unfortunately, you'll have to make your own advertisements if you choose to go that way. Thank you for tuning into my podcast, and hope you guys enjoyed and learned something today.
Funding a project for an up-and-coming artist could be difficult, whether they have a small label backing them or they were trying to do it independent. With everything from actually recording the songs to having multiple copies of the album to distribute, that could really set you back financially. So it's always good to make sure you have the finances necessary to fund a project beforehand. While professional studios are a good way to get great quality sound, most studios cost anywhere from $50 to $80 an hour, and while recording in a professional atmosphere is good, trying to record within 2 to 3 hours, or depending on your budget, could make some artists rush, making it so that the quality isn't all that great. You also have to consider how many times you would have to go to a studio before you record a full-length album. With more and more recording equipment becoming available every day, if you save the money necessary to record at a studio for 8 hours, you would have the funds to buy the basic recording equipment for yourself. And as far as software, there are many programs that allow you to record, mix, edit, and master in the comfort of your own home while still keeping the quality of a professional studio. Two of the more popular programs will be Pro Tools and Logic Pro. With home studios becoming more of an option, a lot of people are turning to recording at home because you're able to record your music on your own time and don't have to worry about the quality drop that comes with being rushed. So while some people would argue whether or not home studios actually save you money, it really comes down to what kind of equipment you're willing to record with and if you're devoted enough to your music to learn the hardware and software necessary to record at home. So one of the greatest challenges you could face is finding a way to get the funds for a project, whether you record at home or at a professional studio.